welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Laura. Today I am bringing you a hair tutorial. I will show you how I go ahead and curl my hair. They're not very tight curls, they're kind of wavy curls. So I will go ahead and show you how I do that using a wand, and it's pretty simple. I get to do this in less than 20 minutes for my whole hair. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I do my hair. So if you want to see how this turns into something a little prettier, just go ahead and keep on watching. So what I always do is I go ahead and section my hair into two parts. So I always do this. It's just easier to break it down into many parts than just try to do everything. So after I go ahead and part my hair into two, my hair is pretty long. My hair, let me see if you can see it. My hair goes up to right here. So, and I'll show you the back. It goes up to right there. So my hair is pretty long, so that's why I have to do it in sections. So I go ahead and part it down the middle, and then from here I go ahead and part it again in two. Now this, I go ahead and just bring it up and then just clip it and get it out of the way because it's just gonna be in the way. I go ahead and clip that. Okay, and now I have this section to work with. So one of the things I don't use a heat protector, which I should, but I don't really use any heat protector. And I don't use hairspray, really. So I just curl my hair and that's how I leave it after it's done. So I don't like it when it's kind of crunchy or crispy. I like it to be soft. So from here, I usually work from the back to the front. Now getting my wand, this wand is from Sutra. This was literally $15 and it's really good. I want to say it's, I forgot what size it is, but it's the biggest barrel they had. And I said it was just $15 and it works pretty well. So I go ahead and point it downward, and then I go ahead and curl it, and I usually just curl the bottom and I curl it away from my face going outward, and I just hold it there for a few seconds. And then I let it go, and then usually this is how it comes out. As you can see, it's not very tight. I don't like them extremely tight. I like them pretty loose. So that's one. You can leave it on for a little bit longer if you wanted to, but like I said, it's just personal preference. Now the other section, again, I'll go ahead and point my wand downward, and then this time I will curl inside, going in. So the hair will be wrapping around towards your face. Then I go again going outward. So basically the trick is to do one curl going in and then one curl going out. If I do all the curls going out, then they become one big curl, and that's what I usually don't want. I want them to be all over the place. So I go one out, one in, one out, one in, and that's what I do to my entire head. And that's it. It's not that complicated, but it just takes a little bit of time. Done with this side. The only thing that's left over is just this last strand it's on the top of my head and it's right next to my face. This one I always curl outward because I don't want it to be curling towards my face. I want it to be flipped out the other way. So I go ahead and once I'm done with the curl, I go ahead and let it rest on my hand just for a few seconds, just so it could cool down just a little bit. And I mix it, hold the curl just a little bit longer. I always leave my bangs at the end because I never know how I want them. So I always leave those at the end, so you don't have to worry about that in a moment. I'm gonna show you in detail how I do the curl, just in case you didn't catch it. So let me see. So with the wand pointing downward, I go ahead and put it behind my hair. So I put it behind my hair and then I start curling. So this is what I mean when I curl away from my face. I put the wand behind the hair and then I go ahead and wrap it around. So now when I say I curl towards my face, I go ahead and put the wand again downward. I put the wand on front, this time in front of my hair, and then I go ahead and wrap it. So when you want to do the curl away from your face, you go ahead and put the wand behind your hair, and when you want to do it towards your face, you go ahead and put the wand in front of your strand of hair. So that is the curls. I'm done curling. Here is the part where I see, like, if I feel like I need, like, this little place has, like, could use another curl, like this right here. I just go ahead and fix that. This is the part where you go back and you look for your mistakes and just recurl. Okay, now so for my bangs, it just depends on what I'm feeling for the day. Sometimes I'll go ahead and do a middle part. Sometimes I'll go ahead and part it just to my left or to my right, depending on what the mood is. So usually for my bangs, I go ahead and get the wand again, facing downward. I just do a small little curl and then I let it go, and then I just play with it until I get kind of the wave that I want. Honestly, to be honest, it's a lot easier when you do your bangs with just a regular flat iron than with this, because sometimes it's a hit or miss with doing your bangs with the curling wand. Now after this, I get a very wide tooth comb like this, and I go lightly over the curls, maybe just once, just because, like I said, I don't like them to be extremely tight. I like them to be very wavy. Sometimes I'll do the very tight curls, but most of the time this is what I do. I just go ahead and comb it through, and then you get that wave effect. But make sure if you are going to do that, make sure you're using a very wide tooth comb. I've learned that if you use like a regular, like, styling comb, the ones that are just regular, not these, your hair gets really puffy, really like staticky. So I started using this and it actually works. So that's usually as far as I go. I don't go with hair products. I don't put gel, I don't put mousse, I don't put hairspray. I usually just go like this. Every once in a while, when I have time and when I can find it, I go ahead and use any type of like any shine oil. Like I have this coconut oil hair polish serum, and the only reason I'll do that, and I honestly will use the tiniest amount because I don't like my hair to be extremely oily. My hair is oily as it is, and I don't want to be adding more oil. So I just go ahead and get the tiniest amount and I run it through only the ends. I don't touch my scalp because again, I do have oily hair and I don't want it to be extra oily. And I just do it just to add a little bit of shine to my hair, and sometimes it tames the frizziness and the flyaways. Alrighty, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how I get my hair curled all the time. Alright you guys, so that completes this hair tutorial. Like I said, it's super easy and it's super simple to do. Anyone really can do it. I have a lot of hair, like long but really thick hair, and it usually takes me about 15 to 20 minutes. So if you have shorter hair or not so much hair, it'll take you like 10 minutes tops to do your whole head. So I hope you guys enjoyed this very easy hair tutorial. And thank you guys so much for watching and sticking around, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.